You will never become what you already are. There is a quiet seduction in the word becoming. It sounds noble. It sounds patient. It sounds earned. And that is precisely why the ego loves it. The ego is never interested in truth. It is interested in delay. Becoming implies lack. Becoming assumes arrival is still ahead. Becoming says, not yet. That single phrase, not yet, has fueled every spiritual journey, self-improvement industry, and heroic narrative humanity has ever told itself. The essay on becoming is beautifully written. It hums with vinyl warmth, old books, romance, integrity, and resistance to the shallow gods of the age. It speaks for the old souls, the ones who feel out of time in a culture obsessed with metrics, speed, and spectacle. And yet, beneath its poetry, there is a subtle trap. The trap is not sentimentality. The trap is temporality. The belief that wholeness unfolds in time. A Course in Miracles makes a devastatingly simple claim. What is real does not evolve. Truth does not ripen. Love does not mature. Wholeness does not approach. If something must become, it was never real to begin with. That is why the ego loves aging narratives that frame time as progress toward identity. It says, you were unfinished, but now you are improving. You were incomplete, but now you are closer. Closer is still distance. Distance is the ego's native environment. The essay frames the old soul as a guardian of history, someone who looks behind so the train does not derail. It feels noble. It feels necessary. But the Truth Factory asks a sharper question. Who is the one standing outside the train, watching time go by? The ego always appoints itself as the watcher, the rememberer, the corrector of the age. Sometimes it wears the mask of influencer, sometimes the mask of rebel, sometimes the mask of romantic traditionalist. Different costume, same identity. The Course does not ask anyone to abandon art, poetry, romance, or values. It asks something far more unsettling. Give up the belief that these things complete you. The essay crescendos around sacrifice, bleeding for something, consecrating meaning, living for a principle, a child, a lover, a vision. This is where the ego reveals itself most clearly. The ego believes truth must be paid for, that holiness requires blood, that meaning demands cost. Sacrifice is the ego's proof that loss is real. Love does not bleed. Truth does not demand payment. God does not bargain. What is required is not sacrifice, but undoing. Not becoming, but remembering. Not inevitability, but honesty. Presence, as the essay rightly senses, is everything. But presence is not a heroic act performed by a refined self. Presence is what remains when the self-concept collapses. You do not shift the world by becoming inevitable. You shift perception by relinquishing the need to be. The avalanche metaphor at the end is telling. Pressure building, mass accumulating, release approaching. That is still time. That is still narrative. That is still a self on a trajectory. The Course offers a quieter ending. No crunch, no release, no arrival. Just the sudden recognition that the mountain was never moving. The old soul is not here to preserve the past or correct the present. The old soul is simply less invested in the future. And that is why it feels out of place in a culture addicted to becoming. The truth is not that one day you will look inevitable. The truth is that inevitability is the ego's final consolation prize. What is real does not arrive. It does not age. It does not mature into legitimacy. It waits patiently, not for time to pass, but for the belief in time to be questioned. And when that happens, nothing becomes anything. Everything simply is.